What I find is that when food is compromised by us humans, so I still can't eat like gluten that is like highly processed. Like it just does not work for me. But I don't think that's an intolerance. I think that's my body just saying, that's not real food. Stop eating it.
Kind of still at McDonald's and Krispy Kreme. I mean, we'll all have GI problems if we eat Krispy Kreme.
So in my brain, there's a set of people, and this brings up a story in my life where I had a friend that fell through a glass shower door when she was like between the 4th and 5th grade. And Susie never stopped. He told her, "You'll never walk again." And she said, "Watch me." So I think there's so much power in your mindset and what you believe is capable of your body to heal. And there's so many stories out there of people that, they've went through some huge trauma or something, but they just saw that they were going to heal. Then there are people, it seems like, that don't really have that. And I'm not discounting their situation, but maybe that mountain wasn't as big for Susie, but it is for this person. I do think there's a lot in how we perceive ourselves and how we perceive that we can heal, and belief. There's a lot in our belief systems and where those questions come in, and we can change that. I think there's times where we can really change that trajectory, figuring out why we think that way. Why is that happening? And you mentioned on some, it may not have been trauma, but it was something that was triggering you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just looping, right? We come into this world, we're, open to programming. We're in that theta state for many, many years. So your environment, who you're around, what they're into, what's going on, just program. You keep going. I also believe in your ancestral. It's obviously scientifically proven. You're holding like 14, probably plus generations in your blood. Everything adds up. I believe that there is, I want to say spark, but there's maybe this like, watch me, because as much as I wanted to be a mother, I have to be honest, someone told me I couldn't, so I was going to prove them wrong. And that kind of like tenacity, that kind of like fight, in saying that, you still have to show up for yourself when you're failing. Because here's the truth, when you're on this like healing journey, 95% of it is failing. Only people look at you and like, oh, you achieved. Yeah, because I was willing to go through those hardships. I was willing to follow my intuition and do radical things. Some worked, some didn't, right? Work. Willing to keep going. And that is the magical unicorn. That's when people are like, well, you're just lucky, or you're an outlier. Yeah, I'm an outlier, not because I can do it, because I was willing to do it.